Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's talk a bit about in terms of how to find stocks, how to make a nightly watch list for to look for stocks that you want to trade tomorrow, right? So we'll be looking at the swing scans. So I'm looking at finviz.com. First step we'll do is go on screener. We want to be looking at industry stocks, looking at trading stocks. That's what I prefer. We do want to take a look at stocks which have a relatively decent volume, right? You don't want to have be trading stocks which have less volume. So something like over 500,000 is generally a good number to look at. So industry with stocks only, average volume over 500,000. Now, because we're looking for some quick hits for trading, we also want to take a look at in terms of the range, right? The average true range, as the name suggests, it measures the stock volatility, which is the difference between high minus the low. So which means what is going to be the range of a particular stock, whether the range is 50 cents, whether the range is a dollar, $2, $3. So generally based on realistic what I'm looking at, generally if a stock has a range over 75 cents, it's generally going to be a good mover. And if there is any liquidity in the stock the next day, it's generally going it has a potential to move more than 75 cents, right? So as long as we find a stock which has usually makes 75 cents of a range, now just a matter of whether are we able to find any kind of order flow in that particular stock to make sure that the stock is actually going to move around, right? Because if there's no range in the stock, it's kind of hard to really trade it. Now it depends on what kind of stocks you're looking at. If you're looking for strong stocks, then you want to be looking at stocks generally trading above the 200-day moving averages. You also want to have a stock moving over 50-day moving average. So 200-day moving average is a long-term view of the particular stock. 50-day is an intermediate. And if you want a really stock which is really moving on a smaller time frame, which is last 20 days, and if it's over the 20-day moving averages, so this is a really good scan to find strong stocks, which is priced over the 200-day moving average, over the 50-day moving average, so over the long time frame, short time frame, long time frame, the medium time frame, and the short time frame. So on all three time frames, now we have understood this. These are the stocks. 357 stocks are the stocks which is really on the bullish side. Next, we also want to look at in the RSI. RSI, generally, we want to look at something over 60, which means there is a lot of momentum in the stock, right? So that's what we try to find on here. And you just do it based on change. Now you can start scanning through charts, right? Just take a look at in terms of what charts can potentially make a move for the next day. So let's take a look on it. So Restoration Hardware is a name where, you know what, over this level it seems that there's a lot of way to move. First Solar, no, Shag, Exxon, Amazon. So this is a way you can quickly go through the stocks, go through the names, and see if there is any kind of void, which is a large void for the stock to actually move. If there is one, you can definitely go and move it on. So let's say we did this same scan on Thursday, right? If we did the same scan on Thursday, we would have been able to find stocks like let's take a look, something like SHAK, Shack, right? Let's do it interactive. So, I mean, if you did it on Thursday, trying to find stocks for Friday, if you look at it, it measures all those parameters, which is it is a stocks only. The average volume is over 500. If you look at it is over the moving averages, which is the moving average, the 200 day, the 50, the 20 days. So it's all over the long term, medium term, short term time frames, and the RSI is over 60. So if you would have found this stock on Thursday, it made a nice move over Friday, right? So if you want to find similar stocks, let me see if you can find something similar. So potentially, so STZ looks like a good name, strong sideways action, could potentially move on a Monday. Something like ULTA is something you found um, on Thursday, would have similar characteristics as well, right? Average volume, our category is over 500. This is over 1 million. ATR is over 0.75. It is above all 3-day moving averages. The 200 day, right? The 200-day, the 50, and the 20-day moving averages. And if you look at the RSI, it is over 60. So we are looking to find really strong stocks to go long, right? The other name TCBI could be a name which could be a potential follow through. CTXS looks like a good name for follow through as well. CSX looks like a good name, right? After this up move, sideways consolidation can go up. TJ Maxx has already made that move over here. F5 looks like a good name to move for a nice follow through towards 165 for tomorrow, which is the Monday. Let's see, NSC looks like a good name to move after a strong move up sideways. It has potential to go higher. So you can see what kind of stocks I'm looking at. Strong on the intermediate time frame, which is the 200-day, 50, and 20, and has range. And now potentially it can probably move if the market moves and if there's any order flow in the particular stock, right? Let me see if there's another good one that I can find over here. Let's see. So don't really see much on here. Humana looks good, right? It went from 280 to 300, moving a nice consolidation. Over 300, it can move, make one more move. Right, so I mean, you can quickly go through the charts on here, and you can try to determine if there's any potential for stocks. The other way you can really look at is if you remove all these moving averages. One other scan that you can move for nightly watch list is change up 4%, which means stocks that were up 4% on Friday, if there's a potential for it to make any follow through. So stocks up 4%, change from open up. Let's reduce this moving air. So let's keep this over 0.75, the average to range. So now you have all the strong stocks on Friday, which has a move over 4%. Change from open is up, which means it is up close for the day. Now, if you want to find a stock which can potentially make a follow through on Monday, right? The easiest way to look at 30-minute chart, see if there's any stock which is actually moving sideways, right? After this up move, it can move a sideways action. Then possibly on Monday, it can make a move through the highs, right? So this is a really good move on Restoration Hardware, 88. It can make a side move, so potentially it can make a move. So this is a really good way to actually go and find stocks quickly. Now, if you want to find on the lower, let's say you want to find stocks to short, so we just switch it back. Price below SMA 200, which is the longer term time frame. Price below SMA 50, which is the intermediate time frame, and the lowest time frame, the SMA 20. We also want to find stock which is weak, right? So we want to find stocks which is oversold 40. Now we put on the daily on here, go to overview, change week, and do the same thing. I mean, if you want to find stocks to short, this would really be a quick way to find it. I mean, WDC could be a nice follow through for Monday, right? And let's see. For example, Dish is something if you would have found on Thursday, it would have been a pretty good one, right? You see the characteristics. Average volume is more than 500. It is below the 200, 50, and the 20-day moving average. ATR is more than 0.75. The RSI was below 40, right? So I mean, this is a really good name to short if you were able to find it on Thursday. So let's see if we can find anything else. This light looks like a good name to short on Monday as well, right? After having all these moves. So this is another good way to take a look at stocks, which is actually can potentially to go down, right? QRVO. So you get the idea. I mean, you want to make a move down, sideways, and potentially to fall. The other way, the other scan that you want to really run is move all of these moving averages back. If you want to see a follow through, right? You want to see stocks which have gone down 4% or more, which means there is really a good order flow in the particular stock. Stock is down 4% or more and actually closed low. Now you have all these 39, 40 odd stocks. Now you go on 30-minute chart. Right now you can quickly scan and see, hey, you know what? Which stock has gone down, has moved sideways, and maybe it breaks through down again. So X looks like one of the names, right? WDC looks like one of the names, move down, sideways, and potentially can go down. So we're looking at this kind of chart pattern, right, which is go down, sideways, and then breaks through. So LBTYK is one of the names which actually fell through. So we want to have, so we are looking for this kind of follow through over here, right? So we want to find stocks which have same thing, go down, sideways, follow through. So 3550 to 3474, that's decent name, right? So if you want to find stocks which follow through, that's one way to do it. So you can use the two scanners that I talked about in terms of getting the moving averages and the RSIs involved. Or look for stocks which has changed up or down 4% to find long or short ideas. Hopefully you guys like the video. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, any other questions, send me an email. Have a good one.